And if I could request the producer of the film, Dr. J. Murali of Media One Global Entertainment, to address the media, please.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming here. First of all, I want to tell you that this film attempted by Soundarya is a very different film which is done by Indian technicians along with Indian cast and crew with international technicians in London and Los Angeles. An attempt which great people like Steven Spielberg and James Cameron have done in Tintin and Avatar. This is even better, a little different, that she is using a photorealistic technology so that the images would be like real and not like an animated one which they attempted in. And this is first of its kind, and she has even attempted bringing in actors of yesteryear to come into this film, and which the people who worked on films like Tintin have told me that nobody has ever done it in the world. I am very proud to be part of this team to produce this film, and I would hand over to Soundarya to talk more about it. Thank you.
A very good afternoon to all of you. Thank you so much for coming, and it's an extreme honor and privilege to be in front of all of you today. It's an amazing feeling to be sitting next to my father and Rahman sir working on a project as ambitious as what Kochadaiyaan is. And we have just completed a shoot in London, and as a team we wanted to meet you all and ask for your support for the project. And like Dr. Murali said, this is a first-time attempt for us, and we're trying to take the standards of Indian cinema to match what that is in Hollywood. And technically the film's going to be one of its kind, and I'm very happy to be directing my father and working with Rahman, so it's an honor. Thank you. I would request Rahman sir to say a few words about the film. We have finished some recording and we have some more work left, but I hand over the mic to him now.
Any questions?
Rajini sir is singing has sung the song after 20 years, and I'm sure it must be an honor to have him in the recording studio. If both can share your experiences of how it was, you as a music director and Rajini sir as a singer, taking him out after 20 years.
He has certain things to say in life which inspired a lot of people. It's inspired me too. And so when Soundarya ji came up with this idea of using certain quotes which he would say in his own voice, and since it's an animated movie, it will bring so much of personality and depth with his voice. And so what we tried to do was make a song, and then in that he comes in and does, generously giving so many quotes which are beautiful, written by Varamuthu and Irshad Kamal. So it's not singing, actually, it's almost like saying quotes which he believes from his personal life. And
we actually took my dad by surprise when we requested him to lend his voice for the song, and he accepted immediately. And I thank you for accepting. And I think he'd like to say a few words on the song.
Good afternoon to everybody. And so this is entirely everything new for me. Even singing or saying some words or whatever in the song, and even in acting also. This whole thing is the experience for me. It is basically, it is not the actor's show. It is the technician's show actually. More visual effects and visual treat, and the musical, it is a festival-like feast actually. Since now the Avatar and Tintin, people have seen, so I need not explain more. So it is in Indian, first English, and many other Indian languages they are making it. And I am really proud and shocked to see my daughter directing me. And first actually I felt I was uncomfortable. I was uncomfortable in the beginning. Later, I forgotten she's my daughter. I could see only the director. I'm happy that actually she thorough the whole script and she knows what exactly she wants, and she directed even the veterans like Shobna, Sharat, and other actors. So they're also appreciated. And the picture is definitely, and Rahman, from the beginning for this project, Rahman is full support, and he was the one actually initiated Saundarya to do such a big project, and Dr. Murali with so enthusiastically, he's working, and everybody is expecting high in India, and for me it is entirely a different thing, and even Indian audience is going to be very different. And definitely the media and the press support and entertainment and your encouragement is always needed. Thank you very much.
I think if we could open the floor up to questions and answers, please.
Really, they're happy to meet you here, such a superhero. First, I would like to know how is your health now?
Thank you very much. I'm definitely 90%, almost I am fine, sir. By God's blessing and prayers of a lot of my fans. Thanks a lot.
Yes, Naman from Variety magazine.
Yeah, Rajini sir, ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ನಾಮನ್ ರಾಮಚಂದ್ರನ್. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಒಂದು book ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Anyway, I'm here with Variety. So the question is, who will this film appeal to apart from outside of your fan base, and why?
I didn't do anything.
Who will this film appeal to outside of your? You have a big fan base, but outside of that, will it appeal to anybody else, and why?
No, definitely not even fans, and even the cinema people and technicians, even the Indian cinema people actually. Because it's the first attempt, actually, never attempted before. And the two from south, from Madras, and doing Saundarya, the first film. So definitely it will appeal to everybody, and it is a pleasant surprise to everybody. And Namaskara, Kannada Mother Tumba.
It is a fantasy film with an Indian subject, and it's being done with international technicians to definitely match the standards of what has been done in other films that you would have seen. So definitely it has got a very strong story value which will appeal to international audience, and it's been very carefully done with that in mind. And it will not lack, it will not only attract children, it will attract also a lot of people who love films like action adventure films, and it definitely will be of international standard. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. If you don't mind, I used to ask you my mother tongue. வணக்கம் சார்.
வணக்கம்.
ரஹ்மான் சார் வணக்கம். நீங்கள் வந்துக்கு எங்களை மகிழ்ச்சி. உங்களோட உடல்நலம் ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கிறதுக்கு எங்களை வேண்டுதல். இந்த படம் எப்போ வெளிவரும்? இல்லை நீண்ட காலமாக உங்களுடைய படங்கள் நீண்ட காலத்தை எடுத்துக்கொள்ளும். எந்த திரைப்படம் கூட 1.5 வருடங்களுக்கு மேற்பட்டு வெளிவந்துள்ளது. இது எப்பொழுது வெளிவரும்னு சொல்ல முடியுமா?
ஆக்சுவலி வந்து தீபாவளி பிளான் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. பட் தீபாவளி அதாவது டெஃபினெட்லி இந்த வருஷம் வந்துடும். Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You can do it brief in English.
Yeah.
Ready by
Yes. This film actually we are trying hard to release Deepavali, that is November 13th. I think November 13th is this year. Yes. Yeah.
Hi, I'm from MATV. It's a question directed to Mr. A.R. Rahman. You've directed in Indian Hindi movies. Now you've obviously started off in the South. How does it feel, and how is it different working for the South versus the Hindi cinema?
When you take a movie, the sensibilities are different. But this movie, what we're trying to do is to make it universal in a way. So we are doing songs in Hindi. Irshad Kamal is writing, Rakib Alam is writing, and then it's not just like a dubbing song where we do a Tamil song and dub it, and then it's just out of lip sync. So the thoughts are slightly different, but it's more Hindi oriented. And Tamil again is very pure in Tamil, going with the Tamil audiences. And for me, it's very exciting. It's I'm doing a DreamWorks movie based on monkeys getting inspired by Ramayana with DreamWorks there, and then here they're doing a movie. We're doing a movie Kochadaiyaan with our own sensibilities, but at the same time having that finesse of the world's best technicians. So I'm really looking forward to this movie.
Thank you very much.
सर एक्चुअल में मैं न्यूज़ पेपर से हूँ और हमेशा एंटरटेनमेंट सेक्शन में आपका कहीं ना कहीं जिक्र जरूर होता है। स्टार, सुपरस्टार, इनमें जो डिफरेंस है एक्चुअल में, अगर हिंदी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में हो चाहे वो तमिल में हो, जो आपका टाइटल आपको दिया गया है सुपरस्टार के बारे में, सुपरस्टार वही होता है जिसकी पिक्चर हर बार कुछ नया लेकर आए और पब्लिक इंतजार करे, और हम लोगों को हमेशा इंतजार होता है आपकी स्पेशल पिक्चर देखने की। रावण के बाद बहुत सारे लोगों ने रॉबर्ट को रावण की तरह बनाने की कोशिश करी, मगर जो आपका एक्सपेरिमेंट था वो हमेशा सक्सेसफुल रहा है। तो हमें प्राउड है कि हमारे पास एक ऐसा रियल सुपरस्टार है जो आज भी सुपरस्टार है और आने वाले समय पे भी सुपरस्टार रहेगा। और मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप ये पिक्चर भी आप एक सुपरस्टार की ही हम देखने को मिलेगी।
नहीं, ये सब एक्चुअली डायरेक्टर्स मीडिया है, जो डायरेक्टर बोल रहे हैं वो मैं कर रहा हूँ। भगवान की कृपा से मुझे अच्छा कैरेक्टर्स मिल रहा है, अच्छा डायरेक्टर मिल रहे हैं, अच्छा कहानी मिल रहा है, टेक्नीशियंस मिल रहे हैं, और फैंस सब उनका आशीर्वाद है, इसलिए चल रहा है। और एक पिक्चर में भी डिफरेंट है, वो फर्स्ट साइंस फिक्शन था इंडिया में। अब ये भी एक्चुअली परफॉर्मिंग समथिंग डिफरेंट टेक्निक में ये इंडिया की फर्स्ट पिक्चर हो रहा है। ये सुपरस्टार ये सब छोड़ो, सब एक्टर है, पिक्चर हिट हुआ तो स्टार, नहीं तो छोड़ दो।
रजनी सुपरस्टार।
Now for me actually the only superstar in my this thing is Amitabh Bachchan.
अभी तो बादशाह बहुत हुए मगर थैंक यू।
Thank you.
Anil Sinane from Time Out and BBC.
Hello, could you just tell us, we are in London, what was it about London you liked? What was the London experience like?
So I have been in London many times actually. I mean, I used to come every year, decades before. So then later actually, I mean, I used to get disturbed because a lot of. Then I mean, I started coming here. Then I started going to Himalayas, that side. I don't actually, I mean, always I love London. I mean, the ancient. The history and everything actually somehow, I mean, I can't explain it why, but I love London, and I'm seriously 25 years before, I mean, with Dr. Murli, I mean, worked one picture, Bloodstone, English picture. So at the time actually almost 1 month I was here. Seriously, I planned to buy a house here. I missed it, I regret it for that. Now I'm going to buy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sunny Malik from Metro and Body Spice.
Hi, my question is for Sundarya. What inspired you to use performance capture photorealistic in your film?
One, I wanted to immortalize my dad, and this technique allows us to do so much more creatively than what live action films can push. It's different from visual effects because you shoot live and then you composite it with a CG background, but in this movie, everything you see is going to be created in the studio. So visually, this is going to be something spectacular. And in my dad's career, he's never done a film in which he's played a warrior. He did a small cameo in Maniratnam uncle's film Dalapati, where he comes in a song in a period get-up on a horse and everything. So as I'm a die-hard fan of my dad's, and I, as audience, when I see what will excite me to see Mr. Rajinikanth do, to see Awad Talevar do, is something I'm completely keeping in mind in directing this movie. And creatively, be the backgrounds or the action sequences and the songs, even when Rahman sir and I discuss songs, you know, he keeps asking me what are the visuals going to be and what are the backgrounds going to be, because we want to make it musically and visually spectacular. So definitely why motion capture, performance capture is to push the creativity and to set that benchmark where imagination is everything.
Right, and how did you decide on casting Deepika Padukone as the leading actress?
She fits the role, and she's a wonderful person to work with. And I think Deepika and my dad on screen, they look fabulous. And when we spoke to her, she was very happy to be a part of this film.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yes, yes, sir.
ரெண்டுமே எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் வித்தியாசமே தெரியல. ரொம்ப அவ்வளோ கான்ஃபிடென்ட்டாக இருந்தாங்க எல்லாருமே. எனக்கு பயமாக இருந்தால் கூட நீங்கள் ஒன்றும் கவலைப்படாதீங்க, வாங்க நம்ம பார்த்துக்குறோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ரொம்ப சாதாரணமாக பண்ணிட்டாங்க. ஓகேன்னு சொல்லி அனுப்பிச்சி விட்டாங்க. தேங்க்யூ.
Yes, yes, sir. Would you like to ask a question?
Rajini sir, I just wanted to know that every time your movie is released, there's tremendous pressure. There's expectations from the audience are just booming over large. I mean, every movie brings something new. How much as an actor do you feel the pressure to live up to the expectations of your fans and your audience? Because literally for them you are like a deity. And every movie brings just massive expectations. Is it really tough? Does these things go on in your mind when you're actually shooting the film? And you know, when the release dates are getting closer, of living up to the expectations and just pleasing your fans?
Actually, every film is like a first film for me. I know this since every picture when expectation is growing, the picture to picture, actually there's a lot of pleasure actually I'm going through. So that's why actually I'm very choosy about the director, producer, and the technicians I work with. Actually, it is now it is becoming more pressure actually after after 2-3 pictures by God's grace and people's support. Very well as Chandramukhi, Shivaji, Robo, all Silver Jubilee pictures, Silver Jubilee hit pictures. And something they want, as you said. They're expecting something new to do. I'm getting older. So the best actually what new I'm thinking, and luckily this Kochadaiyaan, I am really happy. It is something new at the same time. Definitely it would disappoint my fans around the world. Definitely it is that feeling I have, and definitely I won't disappoint anybody in this picture. Thank you.
हनुमान साहब, आपके लिए हर पिक्चर में आपका म्यूजिक जो होता है बहुत डिफरेंट होता है, और म्यूजिक एक पिक्चर की जान होता है. जब भी आपने पिक्चर किसी को भी किया, उस पिक्चर में आपके सबसे ज़्यादा एफर्ट्स रहे हैं, क्योंकि बिना म्यूजिक के कोई पिक्चर, चाहे वो विजुअलाइजेशन में हो, चाहे वो सिंगिंग के अंदर हो, इस पिक्चर को करने के लिए आपने कौन सा ऐसा सोचा होगा, कौन सी ऐसी थॉट है कि एक मैथोलॉजिकल पिक्चर्स में और एक आज के युग के जो ट्रेंड चेंज हो रहा है, जो कि रीमिक्स का ज़माना है, उसमें आप कैसा म्यूजिक लेकर आएंगे जिससे कि लोगों को कोचडियान जो पिक्चर है उसमें आपको क्या डिफिकल्टी है?
This picture is it's animation. It's got everything done on the computer. But how much life can we give as music or voices and character and style and all the stuff? So in this picture, the music has to play a very, very, very important role. It has to be, for every frame there will probably be music from beginning to end, either in a sustain or in a sweep or orchestral thing or in a song mode. So we were just discussing that this movie we have to set a standard for what Indian movie animation, has to be. So my thing was when she came in, I said, I'm not doing this movie. It scares me. So it scared me, and I said, if I have to do it, I have to do it right. So I should need the time. And then she said, no, if you're not doing it, I'm not doing the movie. So I had a little kind of hesitation. And then when I went into it, I felt the whole potential, and then we had this German orchestra, which I prepared some orchestral sweeps and themes, and for 3 days we worked in Mumbai, brought them, and then we got a Hollywood engineer to record them, and I gave her all those pieces, and just as a starting foundation for the music. And then we have finished 2 songs, and then we are working on 2 more songs. So for me it's a very exciting thing. I'm looking forward to what she's going to do, more than her dad.
Hi, I'm from Star TV, Star Plus. This is a question for Mr. A.R. Rahman. How do you feel when you're composing music, and what does music mean to you?
How do I feel? Many things. I want to, first I think when I'm selecting a project, I want to be sure that I'm going on the right track, whether I'll be able to do it. If I feel that I won't be able to pull it off, I go off. But then there's a great team of people, legendary people, and I was really excited that we're all hoping that it's going to set a whole new standard for future. Because I think this is the future. Animation with a character like him immortalized is a great start for this. There's no joke.
And what message would you give to youngsters wishing to make it big into music?
Sorry?
And what message would you like to give to young musicians wishing to make it big?
Message is to be passionate about whatever they're doing and not feeling any doubt about, oh, is it going to work or not? Give it 100%. And that belief, I think, is good enough to guide everything.
Thank you.
Shanti Unka.
Hi, Rajini sir, Vanakkam. Really lovely to be in your presence. I wanted to ask you, films like Muthu and Padayappa were huge hits in Japan, and I've heard that you might be dubbing in Japanese for Kochadaiyaan. Is this true?
Yeah, they are dubbing this picture in Japanese language also. Yes.
What's it been like speaking in Japanese and learning the language?
No, I don't speak. No, somebody will dub my voice.
Jaspreet, BBC.
The question to Sidonia. Hello. It's lovely to see a woman helming such a big project, and I'm a huge fan of female directors like Farah Khan and Zoya Akhtar and hopefully you. I want to know, what have you learned about the craft of filmmaking from your father, and who are your role models as filmmakers?
So much. Anything I know and I do on the floor when I direct, I've learned from my dad. And I've grown up in a film atmosphere. Ever since I was born, I was exposed to shoots and schedules and directors and actors, and this is home for me. I don't think at any point I ever thought of doing anything else but being behind the camera and directing, and I think it's a blessing, and I'm extremely blessed to work with people like my dad and Rahman's on my first film. So I'm aware of all the expectations that this project it has from public, but like I said earlier, it's because I'm such a big Rajini sir fan and Rahman sir fan. What I will expect with their combination is something that I'm trying to put together in this film. So I'm very happy, and this is the only thing I can ever do.
And who are your role models as filmmakers? Who do you?
Well, I'm again, like I said, it's everything's dad for me. But I think films like Avatar, definitely people like James Cameron and Steven Spielberg, they understand the technology and they are like the gurus of this. And with Avatar, for example, it's such one of my most favorite films, like every other person I know. And the way they push imagination to that extreme, when they think of not the ordinary, but what else can we say new, like Jurassic Park, E.T., all these films are like taking that one step out of realism. And I think that's an inspiration for me. And creatively, there's so much you can do, and people like James Cameron and Steven Spielberg definitely are like a big inspiration. Thank you.
So we have our last question. Abhishek, Daily Mirror.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Since everyone has asked a question in the regional language, I firstly want to say namaskaram because I'm from Hyderabad. I've actually got two questions for you. The first one is, most of the celebrities today interact with their fans through social networks like Twitter and Facebook. One, you plan to actively interact with your fans through Twitter and Facebook going forward. Second is, as you know, I'm from Hyderabad. I'm a big fan of Rajinikanth and also the megastar Chiranjeevi. During the audio release of Robo, he said Robo actually has convinced him to act in his 150th movie. So can I expect after seeing this movie, he'll finally act in his 150th movie?
Actually, in Robo function, when I told Chiranjeevi to come to the cinema industry again and act in films, and he decided to act again, and definitely shortly he's going to announce his future. Okay. Then, what next? Twitter, Facebook, actually, so I'm a very media side person, okay. So certain things actually mean, so I don't know actually, even Amitji told me once actually, Amitabh Bachchan told me this. I find very interesting. First I thought about it, I do or not, but now I'm finding it that you can spend a lot of time. So I was seriously thinking about it.
Thank you so much, everybody, for attending. I'd just like a round of applause for our esteemed talent and guests here.